Hi everyone, welcome back to another video today. Today is Saturday, September the 7th of 2024, and today I'll be talking about the BYU and SMU game that was played yesterday. So let's go ahead and let's dive into it right after this. Hi everyone, welcome back to Just Justin, and today, yes, I'm going to be doing my BYU recap of the BYU Cougars taking on the SMU Mustangs. All right, so I got a new BYU shirt on. I don't like the logo over here. This is what it looks like on the back. All right, so yeah, the back of the shirt says Cougars right there. All right, guys, and so yes, that I got this from Sam's Club. I don't really like the logo, but it's okay. The logo needs to be over here, but it's okay. So BYU and SMU. So SMU is the Southern Methodist University. They are from the Dallas, Texas area. We actually drove by SMU's campus when we were in Texas a couple years ago. And so that was kind of cool, you know, seeing that big stadium right there and stuff like that. So SMU and BYU, yes, they have played 4 times in the past. The last time they played was in the 2022 New Mexico Bowl, where BYU won. The most famous game that they had played against each other was in the 1980 Miracle Bowl. Okay, it was a holiday bowl in Southern California where SMU was leading and BYU came out in the fourth quarter and scored 4 touchdowns to beat them by 1 point. So yeah, that was a good game. I personally wasn't there, but yeah, that was a good game. So anyway, yes, so SMU and BYU, they are playing each other this year in Dallas, Texas. So BYU's coming in as the not favorable to win. Okay, so SMU was predicted to win this game. SMU is 2-0 already on the season. BYU was 1-0. They played Southern Illinois last week. And SMU's been playing some good teams so far. So BYU and SMU, they come into the game and well, it was a battle. The quarterback for SMU was Stone, and the line did not protect him at all. And I think they had negative 35 yards to start the game off. I mean, the BYU defense was all over Stone at the first. Okay, they couldn't do anything. So then SMU brings in Jennings, and then Jennings got the team going, and then they put Stone back in, and BYU defense was kept on demolishing their offense. BYU, they came in and they scored 7 points in that first quarter. SMU scored 0. Okay, and then the second quarter was all SMU. Jennings was playing that quarter as well. Stone played a couple series, but BYU just pushed them back. However, SMU was only able to score 12 points in that quarter. And that was all due to field goal kicking. And now, here's an interesting fact. At one point in the game, SMU's offense had 145 yards, and the kicker for SMU, after kicking the field goals, he had 143 yards. Yeah. So you can see what the BYU defense was doing to SMU. So BYU came out in the second half. They got the ball. Okay, well, first of all, BYU missed a 54-yard field goal to end the half out. They came out, they got the ball, and they immediately threw a turnover. I mean, I'm not sure what Rezek was thinking, but he threw a pick. And then SMU got it, and they fumbled it. BYU got it back. So, yeah, it was a weird series, but it was a back and forth battle between the defenses all night long. Yeah, so BYU went down, they scored another touchdown, and then they went for a 2-point conversion to make it 12-15. All right, and so yeah, SMU came down later on, scored another field goal to make it 15-15. And then in the fourth quarter, BYU was going down to score, and they opted to kick the field goal instead of going for it for, I think it was 4th and 3 at that time. They decided to go for it because SMU used to stop them on 4th down before, and so they decided just to kick the field goal to put them up 18-15. So that meant SMU had one last time to go down and to score, and BYU's defense was all over that offense. They basically, it was 4th and, I think it was 4th and 10 or 4th and 12 or something like that, and they had to throw a Hail Mary, which Jennings threw it way beyond the receiver. Actually, I thought SMU was going to catch it and run in for the touchdown because one of the receivers was wide open, but he overthrew the receiver he was going for. So yes, that put BYU at 18, SMU at 15. So BYU came into SMU as the underdog, and everyone thought SMU was going to walk all over BYU because BYU is not that good, you know. But last night, BYU was able to hang with SMU as being one of the Power 4 schools. It's Power 4 now because the Pac-12 is no longer, so instead of Power 5, it's Power 4. So that is, yeah, BYU, SMU, that was a good fought game. Defensive battle throughout the whole entire game. And Jay Hill, the defensive coordinator for BYU, was actually up in the booth during this game. So he had a heart attack a couple weeks ago, and he was let out of the hospital, and he showed up at the Illinois game, and he was working, I do believe, up in the booth. And then he had surgery this past week, and then he is in the booth here in Dallas, Texas. So I'm not sure if the defense was stepping up and like, hey, we're going to be playing for Jay Hill. But whatever was going on, defensive was awesome last night for BYU. The offense is still lagging behind, in my opinion. Jake, yeah, I had high hopes for Jake last week because I saw him out there, but playing a Power 4 school like SMU, he fumbled the ball and he threw 2 picks. So he has got to settle down and prove himself to be a quarterback. Now, I myself, this is just my opinion because I'm not out there playing football or anything like that, but I know what it's like out on the field, and yes, it's an intense situation out there. But yeah, if he wants to be one of the best quarterback, he's got to settle down. It's his junior year. He's still got one more year here, and so he's got to settle down. He's got to read more, and he's got to keep that ball secure, and he can't throw any more stupid passes. Just take the sack, okay? Just take the sack. Don't throw the ball out there for an interception, all right? So, yeah, so SMU, BYU, that was a good game. I wish I could have gone to the game. I had planned on it. I was thinking about it. But with my current situation in life, with no job, my wife said no. We can't afford that. So I was not able to go. All right, so, yeah, next week is another away game for BYU. They will be up in Laramie, Wyoming, which is actually just that way. And they're playing the home and home against Wyoming. And so it should be a good game. Back to the rivalry between Wyoming and BYU back in the old days. And so, yes, I am not sure if I'm going to that one or not, but I'll let you guys know next week if I make it there or not. So, but yeah, that is my recap for SMU and BYU. And so, yes, BYU is 2-0. And now we're going to have to see how they play against Wyoming next week. All right, guys? I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you guys like this, give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to, drop a comment down below. Go right ahead. You know, some might have hateful comments, but that's okay. That's you. That's on you. And if you like the content, you want to know more about BYU's football program or football games, you know, hit that subscribe button. I do have more videos coming out. I got BYU football. I've got random videos for Just Justin. I got my carnivore diet and cooking with Justin and things like that. Cooking with Justin might come back in January. Right now, it's just all about the carnivore diet and where you can eat if you're traveling. All right, guys? So, yeah, hit that subscribe button. And until the next one, I will see you later. All right? Bye. Go Cougs.